Hello, my good people. How are you doing today? Dominic here. Today we want to talk about what we call lifestyle diseases, right? Call them lifestyle conditions, lifestyle diseases, or lifestyle disorders. These are the conditions, basically, we call them silent killers. Yes, this is because they're silent killers because these are conditions sometimes they rarely cause symptoms. They rarely cause pain, and when they come when it has already either complicated or when they're already in what we call end stage, right? So basically, welcome as we talk about lifestyle conditions. So basically, we are going to talk about a couple of things. We are going to define what is lifestyle conditions. We are going to look at the causes. We are going to look at the risk factors, warning signs, and screening, or what we call preventive measures, right? So let's go straight to the point. So basically, when you talk about lifestyle conditions, here we are talking about those conditions or diseases that are caused partly by unhealthy behaviors and partly by what we call other factors, right? So what are caused, these are conditions that are caused by our behaviors. They could be, how we eat, how we live, what we do, all those kind of factors. So those are what we call person's, habits, behaviors, and the practices, right? So one of the main category of lifestyle conditions are what we call cardiovascular conditions. These are what we call, heart-related conditions, right? So there are many of them that we can talk about, but we shall look at those main conditions. We may also talk about some conditions under what we call cancer or cancer conditions. We may look at conditions like diabetes, right? So, but straight to the point, we start with cardiovascular conditions. So here we are talking about conditions like high blood pressure. We are talking about heart attack, or what we call sometimes, cardiac arrest, right? So we are talking about stroke. Those are among the cardiovascular conditions. We are talking about some coronary heart diseases, CHDs. Those are some of the conditions under the cardiovascular conditions, right? So we are talking about now the risk factors for all these conditions, right? When we talk about risk factors, we do have what we call modifiable and non-modifiable. Modifiable is basically what you have control over, something that you can change. And the non-modifiable is something that you have no control over. You can't change, right? So for instance, non-modifiable risk factors is something like age. Age, is something that you can't do anything about. There are those conditions you find that when the ages are advancing, those conditions come about. Sometimes, high blood pressure sometimes may come with age, right? Another non-modifiable risk factor is what we call gender. Some conditions are common in women, others are common in men, right? For instance, some cancers like cervical cancer can only be found in women. Some conditions like, let's say, prostate cancer can only be found in men. So gender is a risk factor for certain conditions. Hereditary is another risk factor. We do have some conditions that you find they run in a family tree. For instance, you find some, diabetes, hypertension, some cancers run in a certain family. Some of them, they have inherited the genes from the family tree lineage, and you find them they're a risk factor for them. So modifiable risk factors, this is very important, right? Modifiable, as I had explained above, those are factors that you can change. For instance, sedentary lifestyle, little or no physical activity. We have people, in their life, they rarely do physical activities. You find maybe you work in an office, you have a car, from home to work, you're in a car the whole day, you're in your office, even your food you order, it's brought into your office. So you eat, you work, you come home, you eat, you sleep. And that is the lifestyle. So at the end of the day, you end up building a lot of fats. You end up, having high cholesterol levels and the likes. So you find that this one causes such kind of a problem, right? So